Hello, this is Ivett with Honey Deep, Honey Wide for 7 Minutes to Insight. And this is when I pull one of the fortunes since the last winter solstice and talk a little bit more about what it means to me and what I get out of it in this very moment. It's unscripted, so yes, it's happening right now as I record. Let me see what I pull out today. It's a gorgeous spring day. I'm hoping you're having a gorgeous spring day wherever you are, including if it's cloudy. The fortune I have for today comes from March 8th, 2021. At the end of every road, may you find your heart waiting to welcome you home again. At the end of every road, may you find your heart waiting to welcome you home again. At the end of every road, may you find your heart waiting to welcome you home again. Now, I am not remembering what I wrote what I was feeling or thinking when I wrote this, and I'm starting to think that might just be the way it is. But I love this fortune. I think it's the idea that I keep coming back to, and I also hear other teachers speaking about that I've really loved the message, is it really doesn't matter what you do. You could do anything and it wouldn't make a difference in the end, whether you've succeeded or not succeeded. It has to do with how alive have you been doing it? Meaning, like, you could have a totally rewarding life and have children and dedicate your life to having children and raising those children, and that would be a success if you did it with your whole heart. In the same way, you could not have any children in your life and do some other endeavor, maybe dedicate your heart to your career or a mission or a book or some kind of journey, riding your bike all over the world. You could choose any project, any goal, and invest your whole heart in it, and you would have lived a good life. So it doesn't really matter in that way what you choose to do, as long as you're able to show up for it with your full heart. And I think that's what this fortune is pointing to. And it's a blessing as well, because it's a blessing that whatever road that you do choose, may you find your heart waiting to welcome you home again. This life, this journey is all about us walking home. What was it? There was this one beautiful quote, and it's hardly coming to me right now, but that we're all just walking each other home. Ram Dass, I think that was Ram Dass, and it was actually engraved in a long bar of iron, of all things. But we are all just walking each other home. And so our lives are just this journey of going back home. We come from home, we come from source, and we return to source. And the blessing that I got on this particular morning, and that I'd want to impart to you, is that whatever your road may be, whatever it is you choose to give your heart to, may it be something that leads you back home again, so that you can find your heart is waiting for you. It's a truly amazing thing in life to realize sometimes we have companions. We're blessed to have companions. And sometimes we don't feel so blessed to have the companions that we have, but we have them. Other times we may very well be on our own, or maybe we have a companion and we feel very much on our own. But the truth of the matter, whether you feel that somebody's really with you in something or whether you feel you're all alone, is that you are all alone in your experience. And sometimes we're blessed to share experiences with each other, but the experience that the other has will always belong to the other. The other will never have your experience, even if you are both embarking on the same mission with the same passion. Um, it's going to be their own experience. They're going to have a completely different phenomenon happening for them, even though you seem to be sharing it. So ultimately, what I hope for you is that when you, and I hope this serves you as well, but when you go on your journey, whether or not it seems to be that you have companions or that you are traveling alone, it is your experience. And if you can come to the end of any journey, such as life, and find your heart waiting for you, feel that sense of coming home to yourself, even at the end of a day, just coming back to yourself, brushing your teeth, getting into bed, and just feeling like, ah, oh, I'm here, and my heart is with me, and the source of my heart is with me, and the source of your heart connects you to all other hearts. That's my wish and my blessing to you. May you find your heart waiting to welcome you home again. No matter what your situation might be, no matter where home may be, no matter if it's with someone else or all alone, if your heart's there, I know you're going to be just fine. Thank you so much for watching another episode of 7 Minutes to Insight.